All right, learning target 7 is just about word problems or real world situations and how those relate to systems of equations. So actually, I think a lot of you overthought this just a little bit. Really, all I needed you to do was just interpret it for me. You didn't have to really do any math. So a lot of you actually figured out and solved how many tickets were sold for each for children and for adults, and I didn't really want you to do that. My only request was that you just interpret it. So I'm just going to show you a sample of what you could have done. A lot of people answered this question differently, and that's okay, but what I just needed you to do was just to break down the equation for me. So you could have just rewritten the first equation, and you could have just said, well, 5x stands for the fact that children tickets are sold for $5. So this is $5 times the number of children. Okay. 8y stands for the fact that adult tickets were sold for $8. So you could just say $8 times the number of adults. And then something about when they're added together, that equals a total of $44 spent. I just need you to break this down for me. I just need you to do a little bit of interpreting. Other thing is the second equation. You needed to tell me about x plus y equals 7, what that meant. Well, x and y are the number of children and adults, so when you add those together, you get a total of 7 people coming. So you're going to want to write something about that. 7 people came total from that family. Okay? And then the last question was, what is the solution going to mean? So the solution, x comma y. All you really needed to tell me was x and y, which one is children and which one is adults. If you come back up here, you notice that 5 is times x, that's the children. So that means that x is the number of children that attended. Has nothing, x, the solution, has nothing to do with the price. It takes the price to figure out the solution, but actually the x just tells you how many children went, and the y tells you the number of adults. And that would be fine with me. This type of thing would be just fine. I just need you to break it down. You could have written it out in some sentences for me also. You could do something like this. Really anything that's just going to show me that you understand how these equations and the solution relate to that situation. So I'd like you to try one. I've got the admission fee at a small fair is $1.50 for children and $4 for adults. On a certain day, 2,200 people enter the fair and $5,050 is collected. I wrote the system out for you. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to break it down for each equation. I already went ahead and just gave you the solution, 700, 1,500, and I just want you to tell me how that relates to the situation. Just one sentence would be fine for that right there. Once you're finished, bring it up to me so that I can check it for you.